Hello everyone, Minute Plus Meditation here. Saturday, May the 20th, from the Acts of the Apostles, chapter 18. It's the section about Apollos. So now there came to Ephesus a Jew named Apollos, a native of Alexandria. He was an eloquent man, well versed in the scriptures. He had been instructed in the way of the Lord, and he spoke with burning enthusiasm and taught accurately the things concerning Jesus, though he knew only the baptism of John. And so he begins to speak boldly in the synagogue, but when Priscilla and Aquila heard him, they took him aside and explained the way of God to him more accurately, and he embraces this. So this is what impresses me about Apollos. It's interesting, we don't hear about a Saint Apollos. For some reason, I've never, I've never looked into this, but I wonder about it from time to time. There's no indication that Apollos fell away. He's just not mentioned in any, as far as I'm aware of anyways, in any martyrology. But what impresses me here is that he is obviously intelligent, he's charismatic, he knows about Jesus, and as soon as he is sort of pulled aside by Priscilla and Aquila, they took him aside and explained the way of God to him more accurately. He actually embraces it. Now, the way I say he actually embraces it is because, intelligence and charisma are, in this world, perfect recipes for arrogance, pride, self-aggrandizement, and so on. Being really strong-minded, which is good, which can lead to stubbornness, which is bad, if it means you're no longer disposed to being taught by others. And Apollos, for all of his greatness, and his charisma and so on, is willing to be taught by these two people, Priscilla and Aquila. I just find that not only encouraging, but it's an example for me and for you that we should always be willing to be taught by others. No matter how much we know, we can learn something from almost anybody. That augments or helps our own faith or our perspective on life. So we should always be seeking to learn from other people and not think that somehow we know everything because we're a little bit smarter than some people, but there's always somebody smarter than us. It's humility, 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 right? So that's the meditation for the first reading, and then over to the gospel. Very truly, I tell you, Jesus says, if you ask anything of the Father in my name, he will give it to you. Until now you have not asked for anything in my name. Ask and you will receive, so that your joy may be complete. So Jesus here is saying, I'm going to give you direct access to the Father, which I don't know that we truly comprehend the extraordinary nature of what Jesus is saying. This is incomprehensible to any Jewish listener who's not open to Jesus as Messiah, as Mashiach. That the Father actually desires a relationship with us. There is a Father, in fact, first of all. There is a Trinity, but that within the Trinity, the Father desires a relationship with us, and he desires that we have access to him and that we love him tenderly as a father, as the Father of all fathers, that he wants to be loved tenderly. This is something for all of us to kind of really seriously think about and reflect on and pray about, and that he wants to grant us what we need, what we ask for. But we, of course, have to align our will with his will. We can't be just asking for, trinkets and toys. And even some of this, aside from that, the so-called trinkets and toys, which are pretty obvious, that we shouldn't be just, flimsily or asking for these things, but there are serious things that we ask for. The continued health of somebody who's got, a terminal form of cancer. And recognize that it's not always God's positive will that person survive the cancer in this world, and to accept this, as painful and as painful as it is. So is our prayer ineffective? Should we pray that God doesn't answer our prayer the way we think he should? Absolutely, we should pray, because in praying we're actually desiring that our will conform to God's will, and we all need that. And if our prayer is sincere, that person will benefit from our prayers. And the most important thing is not so much that they are healed, as much as that would be a good thing, but that they actually get to heaven. That's the most important thing of all. The question is, do we really believe this or not? So let us, all of us pray today and always that our will really sincerely, truly be aligned with God's will, with the Father's will. God bless you.